This is part one of questions Christians cannot answer. First up, who created God?
Hi, I'm a Christian, specifically Catholic. When you say that, who created God, you are suggesting that God has a creator. However, that's not true. The description of God means that he is born before all ages and is born before time. He's the beginning and the end. So yeah.
Christians say everything needs a creator, except when it comes to God.
Yes, everything needs a creator. However, the exception is God because, well, God is eternal and all. Well, he's born before all ages. That's what I said before, right? The part that defines God the most is that he is the oldest. In fact, he is the most. How do I put this? You get what I'm saying. He cannot be created. He is. There was never a time when God did not exist. So yeah.
They'll say that God is the first uncaused cause. But that's just special pleading. How come the biblical God gets to be the first uncaused cause?
Okay, so the term is omnitemporal. And, well, yes, he gets to be the first uncaused cause because he is God. He has divine authority over all things, living and non-living, created and yet to be created, all things there and not there. He is the divine concept of what the ruler of the universe would look like. Because he has divine authority over everything. And to have divine authority over everything means that you get to be something like above them. You know what I'm saying?
What evidence do we have to support that? Why can't the universe itself be the first uncaused cause?
Because the universe was created by God. It doesn't get to be the first uncaused cause. Not because it couldn't. I mean, it can't, but you know what I'm saying. But because there's already something that is in that place of being the first uncaused cause, which is being God. And that being is God, yeah.
Because something that needed to be intelligent enough to create, theoretically, the entire universe must have also had a creator.
Because he is actus purus. Let me sum it up. The universe has parts, and you need to create those parts. But God has no parts. Therefore, he cannot be created. He is begotten, not made, eternal, and all-knowing, all-powerful. You know what I mean. Yeah. So, let's see your next argument. Oh, wait. There is next argument. I guess I could just continue on with you. Alright.
As a believer, you can't claim that this rule that everything needs a creator applies to everything and then exempt your favorite deity.
Because to avoid an endless cycle of start and then beginning and, well, there must be something that created everything without being moved, without being changed, without being created. So, and that being is God. In Christian theology, he is described as self-existent, meaning that he does not need to depend on someone to exist. He himself, his very nature is to exist. The point is, he is the first major branch that created everything without being created, because that would create an endless stream of time. And an endless cycle of time means that there is no end, but we obviously know that the universe has an end. Someday it will collapse. It will get completely destroyed. Or our Earth will get completely destroyed. The cycle cannot repeat because we have an end, so we must have an unmoved anchor.
Atheists say the exact same thing, but we make absolutely no exceptions. We're comfortable in the realm of we don't know or we don't know yet.
So you're saying that because atheists' beliefs are humble or toned down, that means you guys are inherently right, but that is wrong. Well, I could give you an example. I could believe that 1 plus 1 equals 3 and make it simple, like simplify it. Yet the answer will still be 2. I am wrong. You cannot say that because we are more humble, our beliefs are more simple, more toned down, and we make absolutely no exceptions. That means that we are right. That is wrong.
For some reason, Christians cling to this God of the gaps fallacy, insisting that they know the answer to the question and that it was in fact God. But that is just deciding an answer with absolutely zero evidence.
Yes, there is no direct evidence, but you could put some mind and thought process into the claims, and they could be right. But we don't know. We are not entirely sure all our beliefs are correct, but we know that God is the first uncaused cause, like you said, because he cannot have a creator to avoid an infinite loop. Everything you observe must have a cause, and if you trace all those causes, it will lead to one being or thing that does not have a cause, and that being is God. Well, another argument or piece of theoretical evidence is that to create means you must have time, space to create that thing, but God exists outside our timeline, outside our reality, and he is before all time, meaning that he cannot not exist at one time. He cannot be created because he is the ultimate creator.
So the question remains, who created God? And what evidence do you have to support this claim that an atheist can't also use to support their claim that it was the universe?
The question remains, is not something a valid argument. No one created God, and the evidence that we could use, that atheists also can't use to support their claim that it was the universe that was the first thing that was created, is that, well, I borrowed some arguments from Jesus and whatnot, but basically the universe has parts, it has potency, and since God does not have potency, does not have, parts, he is not therefore created. He is begotten, not made. We found him, we discovered him, well, not really, he revealed himself to us, but we did not inherently make him. We discovered him, we found him, because he chose to reveal himself in forms of many things. The universe itself cannot reveal that it is the first cause to you. What caused the Big Bang is the real question for atheists, and I would like you to answer that. And as always, drop a like, repost, maybe even follow me. So yeah. God bless. Jesus Christ is Lord. I would also like to leave one final reminder. Do not harass the creator of the first video that was shown throughout this entire video that I'm trying to debunk.